From a city that has hosted 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Start on the ground with Hubbard. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come, we get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week. It takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And I think our statistician ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Corral. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards is the pickup, first down New Orleans. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Tries the left side and finds Olave. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. The Saints at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw. Gore. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's got room. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. 44 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
First and goal from the 3. Now Melton on the jet sweep. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Back to throw. Gore. The pass caught by Olave. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the Panthers' 12-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And a short pickup to about the 25.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The carry here for the big tight end. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
To throw on 3rd down. Gore. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. On second down, here's Corral. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Third and long, Corral. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at the 33. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And they will take over first and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. They run it again with Kamara. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short.
He was brought down by Brandon Smith. No gain on the play.
On fourth down, Gore. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Panthers will get the football back. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. He decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. On first down, it's Corral. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage. Again, it's Corral.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Corral. He's got the connection to Moore. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Corral with it on 1st down. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And this one is incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's going to look deep for Moore. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Corral with it, 1st down here. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Gore. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Derek Brown gets him for a loss of 8. One great push up front. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, here's Corral. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Corral going to sneak it. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the 1st down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, Gore. He's got a man, complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Boy, 30 more yards and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Gore. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Saints. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw, Corral. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Gore. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Gore. He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is, if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it can change the entire complexion of this game.
Absolutely. What's good on the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down, Carolina.
Here's Corral on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
McCann's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Off the play fake. Gore. Got an open man. It's Olave.
Partner, they're locked in man coverage out left and end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. A gain of 3, second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It has hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Kamara gets it again on second down.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On third down, Gore. He finds rest. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down.
Gain on the play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Back to throw. Gore. They'll find Everett there, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Now flags will come in, and I think this is against the Saints up front. That's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Looking to throw. Gore. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Saints are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you put that in.
Okay. You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
They'll turn to Kamara.
And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Still just a 2-score game in the 3rd quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
76 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Switching it up, Corral will throw here. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 10.
Off play action. Gore. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. To throw. Gore gets this to his running back, Jeff Wilson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
A gain of 24 yards.
From the gun, it's a run for Camara. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the ball 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Staying on the ground on 1st with Camara.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Off the play fake. Gore. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Kamara up the middle. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at it.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 97 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. First down throw here for Corral. He's going to look deep for more. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard on the play. It's now 3rd down and 4.
Looking to throw. Gore. And that is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to try and go deep again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Panthers will get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get ready.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are right back in this football game. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Kamara running on 1st down, but finding nowhere to go as he's bottled up behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened a loss resulted.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Gore. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Off-play action. Gore. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 2nd down. Corral. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Saints 24.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
On 1st down, Gore. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Gore. He's got him in. Complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
They'll look to throw.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making a play.
McCann's kick up and good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That's good for the Saints.
He completes it to Olave.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
They'll turn to Kamara.
And it's incomplete. It was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for two. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that two-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride, too. They stopped the two-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So for the Panthers, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta